Hi, I am Dagmar Neubronner and I'm part of organizing the first Global Home Education Conference in Berlin in November 2012. These are my sons, Morris, 15 years old, and Thomas, 13
Hello.
years old. I'm a biologist and a freelance publisher, and I want to very shortly explain our history with home education, because home education is illegal in Germany and we are sitting here in our French exile apartment where we have to live the bigger part of the year because of the illegal situation in Germany. When we decided to home educate our children, this was in October 2005, we applied to get permission to educate them at home. This appeal was rejected. We sued and lost our first trial, but we appealed against this decision, and then we lost the second trial. We succeeded in making an agreement with the school authority in summer 2006. They would permit our children to learn freely, but teachers would regularly test them. So we did, and the children even received good school reports. Nevertheless, authorities refused to go on with this working model and threatened us with €6,000 fine or jail. In the meantime, we appealed up to the Constitution Court in Germany and ordered a scientific expert opinion regarding the constitutional aspects of the issue. The German constitution doesn't say anything about compulsory schooling, and all federal laws allow exceptions, so it would have been possible. Our case was and is presented in many local and national TV programs and many magazines and newspapers, on YouTube and in the internet, and the reports were mainly friendly to neutral because we appear as rather normal, well-integrated, a bit intellectual family who do not have anything against public schools but just claim the right to choose not to use this governmental service of school. Because we refused to pay our penalties, the bailiff searched our house for possessions but found nothing to take. Then authorities blocked our banking accounts, which is really a bad thing for a publishing house. They also threatened to arrest us parents to take our house away for compulsory auction and other things. A direct threat to take the custody for our kids has not been stated, probably because we are very well known in the media and always appear normal. In September 2007, the German Federal Court passed a sentence in a parallel case to ours, stating that preventing children from fulfilling their obligatory schooling would mean a violation of parental custody. So we were in danger to lose our custody for our kids. Therefore, in January 2008, we decided to leave Germany for France, where it is possible to home educate legally, as it is in nearly all other European countries except the sad exception of Sweden very recently. Now, August 2012, I'm still living in France with my children. Moritz is now 15 years old and more than 1.90 meters tall, and just completed his junior high school exam with best marks in an external exam after just a few weeks of preparation. We are oscillating between our French exile and our German home. This lifestyle keeps us safe from further persecution, but takes a lot of time, effort and expensive, of course. Every now and then the police rings at our door in Germany to ask where my children are and if they really live in France, so we probably will need to keep on with this nomadic life form until Thomas, who is 13 now, will have reached age 18. Until then, the German Schulzwang will always try to force him into the school system. The general situation in Germany is that some hundreds of families manage to stay in the country and find their way through the rigid system of penalties, threatenings by the youth service, social isolation and illegality. Many more families leave the country for Austria, Switzerland, Netherlands, Denmark, France, Great Britain, Ireland, and until recently, when home education was forbidden there too, some also choose Sweden as their exile country. Because of this difficult situation, many families live in constant fear, and there is a high need of consultations, in most cases via phone, to help them find their way through the governmental maze and handle their fears. Sometimes very concrete help needs to be given, since families have to leave their home very suddenly to escape from governmental invasive means of taking away custody from the parents and or even forbidding them to leave the country because acute danger of abusing parental custody by fleeing into another country to escape obligatory schooling, as they call it. There are groups of homeschoolers who want to forward a Christian curriculum, others see that their children take more profit from informal learning or have special needs that schools cannot fulfill. So the home educating families in Germany are a very heterogeneous group and not too well connected, because many parents even hesitate to write in an internet forum for fear to be detected and persecuted. And there are still many unbelievable cases. For example, just a week ago, a 20 years old girl, 20 years old, you are full age with 18 in Germany, but she was 20 years old and the federal states of Niedersachsen was arrested in youth jail because she refused to pay a penalty she got because of offending against the Education Act by consequently skipping school. She got a penalty of €390, this is about $500 for this. When she did not pay, she was sentenced to a community service, and when she did not do that, she was sentenced to jail. She ignored the governmental letter telling her when to appear at the prison gate, but tried to leave the country. She was arrested at the airport, put into jail, and went out soon because her parents paid the fine. In the newspaper of our hometown, the redaction reported the case and gave a very positive comment to this. The headline was, "A societal task." Can you see now how important the first global home education conference is for Germany? I hope so. There's also hope because of there's also hope the intense public relation work of some home educators, including myself. More and more parents, politicians and even teachers can see that the damage of forcing everyone into a public school is more severe than the risk of get some kids who live happily without school. For Germans, it will be very amazing to watch established scientists, researchers, professors, politicians, legal professionals from around the world who talk about the human right of freedom in education and about the extraordinary positive results of this education, and to meet other families who live in countries where this is legal. I am very grateful for your support. It is urgently needed in Europe and especially in Germany and also in Sweden. Thank you very much.
Yes,
this
thank
is Dagmar Neubronner with Moritz and Thomas. Bye.